Well, good afternoon and welcome to this Thursday Thought. This past week has been especially intense at times for me. As you may know, I deal with a lot of the benevolence that the church does for folks, both members as well as non-members. One of the things that I try to do with those who ask for help is to engage them in conversation, asking them about their day, their family, life in general, what's going on in life. It usually doesn't take much prompting for those floodgates to open, and I often hear things that make me wonder just how people survive in today's world. And it's good, I think, for them to be able to tell their stories to someone who listens without judgment. Sometimes these encounters are especially intense, and sometimes come one right after another. And when the day's over, I'm tired and I'm worn, not from physical exertion, but from mental and emotional exhaustion. Well, such was the day this week on Monday. And the very next day, on Tuesday, a member of our congregation stopped by and asked me how I was doing. Well, I told her that I was okay, but not great. And I told her that I had dealt with some difficult encounters that day before. She then strongly encouraged me to sit down and visit with her, and I knew that she wouldn't rest until I did so. And because I knew she was familiar with confidentiality and would keep a confidence and all that goes with that, I found a chair and I sat across from her. And after some initial conversation regarding the encounters on Monday, she asked me how I managed to maintain my faith, especially on days when things are so emotionally intense and there seems to be, no answers. She knew that my work often consists of just listening to someone describe their life that's falling apart, or maybe life for them has already fallen apart and they need some basic thing such as food or clothing or shelter. Or maybe it consists of providing not only a listening ear, but also whatever lay counseling I can provide. I'm not a licensed counselor. Or perhaps I can really do nothing except just commiserate with someone who's trying to get her family into a family shelter, maybe only to find that the beds for family shelters are constantly filled day after day. I gave my friend 3 reasons or ways that I maintain my faith in answer to her question. First, God provides. He encourages, supports, and lets me know that He's on the job, so to speak. He provides a measure of peace and fulfillment even when things don't end up being rainbows and unicorns for those we're trying to help. His strength, power, and compassion, they're endless. He continually works to refill my cup. Now, that work of refilling my cup, as I put it, is often through others. Others who look after my health and well-being, my wife, other staffers, the other elders, people I know and love who I can trust implicitly. And this woman who I'm visiting with is one of those people. I can trust her implicitly. Without God's work through those I encounter day to day, I don't know where I might be now. Second, I know several in the nonprofit community who I know are also out there, so to speak, doing those hard things every day. They keep going even when things are tough, and things are tough much of the time. I keep up with them and their ministries. I talk with them. I visit with them. I lunch with them. We exchange ideas, new ways to serve. We share successes, and we commiserate with each other. And we understand each other. We encourage each other. We help each other as we can. The nonprofit community, is an incredible resource to help me maintain my sanity and my faith. Third, the Riverwalk congregation supports me in the work that we do. They contribute financially to the church so we can do what we do. They encourage me and others. They help out when they can. Many of them themselves, they're pretty busy behind the scenes, doing those everyday things, doing those things that help other people, providing transportation, offering a listening ear, sitting maybe at a bedside, sitting with children, maybe preparing food, buying groceries, maybe cleaning house, running errands for those who can't do those things on their own because of some illness or trauma. It's gratifying, it's humbling, and it's incredibly empowering to have such a church family who supports servant ministries the way Riverwalk does. Yes, the work is sometimes hard, but I'm not the only one God has endowed with a sometimes hard job. There are countless others who have been given the good work of helping, restoring, relieving, uplifting, and just caring and listening. With all of those jobs, however, comes the needed resources from God Himself to complete the work. As that great apostle Paul has said, and I quote, "Not that we are content in ourselves to claim that anything comes from us, but our competence comes from God." And the Hebrew writer likewise makes this statement at the end of his letter. "Now may the God of peace equip you with everything good for doing His will, and may He work in us what is pleasing to Him through Jesus Christ, to whom be glory forever and ever. Amen." May God bless us, everyone. Blessings.